Good morning. This is Brian and welcome back to the ranch. So about every 4 or 5 years we get what are called army worms. They're these tiny little worms that just love to munch on your hay fields, and they can, if they get out of control, they can decimate your crop. I don't like spraying for bugs, just because I don't want to also kill like beneficial organisms like earthworms and things like that. But about every 4 to 5 years I will spray for army worms when we get an infestation, just because I don't want them to decimate my hay field. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put down some pesticides to get rid of the army worms. So the product that I'm going to use is called Lambda Cyathorim. I think that's how you say it. I'm only going to do about 2.5 acres against my neighbor's fence line. Like I said, even though I don't like spraying for insects, just to be a good neighbor, I'm going to spray along the fence line and the lower hay field that borders her property, so that she sees that I'm at least making an effort to be a good neighbor. And it is probably good to get ahead of these army worms before they eat too much of my hay fields. I haven't seen that they've done too much damage, but it's really probably not going to hurt anything to spray a couple of acres. Okay, so I'm done spraying the hay fields. I went ahead and rinsed out the tank, sprayed off any residue. It's real important to do that because a lot of these pesticides and fertilizers can corrode the metal. And last thing we need to do is take off all of the spray heads, and then there's 2 filters that we need to remove and clean those. And then this is the last time I'm going to use my sprayer for the season. So I'm going to go ahead and put some antifreeze. It needs to be marine grade antifreeze. It can't just be there's kind of antifreeze that you put in your car. And it's rated for boats and RVs. So when you look for antifreeze, and you want to do that because it has corrosion protection. The pump that we use on these sprayers, they're cast iron, and I have had them rust on me over the winter because I didn't put any antifreeze that has anti-corrosion with it. So, and just one little tip if you're going to use sprayers, there's 2 different kinds of pumps. There's this one that's green, and I found that one corrodes a lot less. It's about $20 or $30 more expensive than the blue one, but I would avoid the blue pump. It seizes up every year. Every year I had to replace it, and they're about $300, so they're really expensive. So get the green one, put marine antifreeze or RV antifreeze in there, and keep it from rusting over the winter. I was telling you about the blue pump that you don't want to get, and this is what it looks like right here. It's made by Pro, and I had nothing but problems with this rusting over the winter. Every time I went to go use it, it was rusted, and I had to buy a new one. That green one I've had for 2 seasons, and it's never seized up on me. Okay, so to remove these, you just do a 1/4 turn, and they pop right off of here. Inside of there is a little rubber washer or O-ring. There's the spray head itself, and then the casing, and I usually just dump that in the water, and then you have to get out of there an actual screen, and you can see how filthy that gets. I clean these out every single time I use my sprayer, and they always have this much junk and filth on it. So you just go ahead and just wash everything. I make sure I get all of the junk off of there. I still didn't get it all off of there. I'll put that back, the screen back in there, and then you have to put the spray nipple on there, and then the O-ring goes on there, and then another 1/4 turn, and you've got a clean spray head. So I'm gonna go, I got 13 of them, so I'm gonna get all of those done. Alright, so there's a filter right here that goes from the pump and has a little O-ring. You can kind of see there's just a lot of garbage in there, so we'll hit this with the hose and put it back. Alright, and just put the O-ring back in there. Okay, so I had to run to the store to get some of this, but it's the marine and RV antifreeze. You want to look for something that says corrosion protection. I got this at O'Reilly's, it's about $7. So I'll put this in here, I'll flush it through the system, and then just leave it there, and it should help to prevent corrosion and also protect the plastic and rubber components from freezing and bursting over the winter. I like to keep her on a trickle charger so I don't have a dead battery every time I want to use the tractor. So I finished the rest of my chores. I think that's going to be it for today. So in the next couple of weeks, I'm planning on planting my cover crop for the winter. I was going to do it this week, but we don't have any rain in the forecast, and I don't want to waste any seeds. So probably in the next week or two, I'll go ahead and put that seed down. We'll do a little video on it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.